Hey there. This video will not be very ASMR, so I will just let you know that right up at the front. But it is late afternoon here in Thailand, and I was really wanting to make some chocolate pudding. And so that's what I'm going to do, and I thought I would just share this with you in case you'd be interested in seeing it. There's going to be roosters crowing and traffic going by and who knows what all, but like I said, this won't be exactly ASMR, but hopefully you'll enjoy watching me make some chocolate pudding. So let me get it all started. So we're going to start out with a 1/4 cup of cornstarch. And we've got a 1/2 cup of sugar. An 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. You can barely see that in there. And then 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder. I'm just going to kind of mix this together. And then I'm going to pour in this milk. At least this will give you guys a good idea of the noise level during the day here. Yeah, I spilled a little bit. That's alright. I'm prepared to get that up. Alright, just want to get that kind of mixed together a little bit. And let me get rid of this. And I need to turn this on. This is an induction cooker. This is what I cook on. This is one of those things, as soon as you plug it in, it automatically turns on. So when you're making something like chocolate pudding, you have to continuously stir. Also, you want to make sure that when you're fixing something like this, you want to start on, like, just keep it on like a medium heat. You don't want to put it up too high or it's liable to burn. I've never filmed myself making anything like this, so this is the first time for me. And also we've got a little bit of a thunderstorm going on, which was another reason why I kind of wanted to do this now. It was raining, but the rain kind of stopped. There's still a little bit of thunder. And I will put a link in the description for the recipe that I'm using. That way, if you'd like to try it, you can. It's been a little while now since I've made any of this chocolate pudding, and just kind of wanting some. Seemed like a good day for it. Sorry if that's loud. I wanted to lower the temperature because I could tell this was starting to get hot now, and if it gets too hot, it's going to start sticking and burning. Smells good. I really like this recipe because not only is it really tasty, but I like that they do not require eggs. I personally do not like pudding with eggs in it. Some recipes have it, but I've never really found any of them to be very good. I just don't care for that. This one does not require it, so that's good. Tell that it's thickening up some now. And you just want to keep stirring it until it starts to come to a boil. Which should be getting close to that now. And I have this on the lowest setting now on this induction cooker. Every now and then I stop just long enough to see if it's starting to boil. Just starting to a little bit now. You just really want to let it just boil for about a minute or so. It doesn't have to boil for very long. And on this low setting, on this induction cooker, it will boil for a little bit and then stop, and then boil and stop. So I may take it just a little bit longer just because it's not a constant boil. If you watch it, you'll see it start bubbling in a second. See how it does that? And then it stops. It's probably good enough as it is. So I will turn that off. I'm going to have to actually turn this off over here. This is the point where you add in your 2 tablespoons of, it's supposed to be softened butter, you know, room temperature butter. Mix that in a little bit. And the last thing I want to add in will be a teaspoon of vanilla. Mix that in real good. It smells really good. All right. So I'm going to take a moment now and take this away and set up the little glasses that I'm going to pour this in. So I'll be right back. All right, so now I'll give this another little stir. I am going to pour it in these little glasses. It seems to work out pretty well. This is what I usually do because it usually will be good for these 3 little glasses here. Oops. I was doing pretty good there for a second. Oh, and I didn't say how much milk. It's supposed to be 2 3/4 worth of milk. And basically what I end up doing is just pouring the milk all the way to the top of my 2-cup measuring cup. That's how I end up doing it. So, let me actually... Alright. So one little trick that I've learned is if you don't like that little film that gets on the pudding, the way to prevent that is to put a little piece of plastic wrap over it, like press it down on the top of the pudding, and then when you refrigerate it, it will not have that little film on there. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, just, you know, press it down on there, and it prevents it from getting that film on there. Alright, so do that, and I'm going to be eating this other one because I actually like to eat my pudding when it's either hot still or warm. So I'm going to be eating mine right away because I really like it that way. Even after I've refrigerated this, whenever I go to have another one of these servings, I will actually heat it up in the microwave so that it'll be warm because I prefer it that way. That's just my personal preference. I'm going to scrape out the rest of this with this spoon. Yeah, those roosters, boy, they just love to make all kinds of noise all the time. So, there you have it. Some yummy, delicious chocolate pudding, which is really, really good if you eat it right away. Oh man, that is so delicious. You really should try this recipe. As you see, it was really simple and it's really delicious. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you'll give this recipe a try, and I hope to see you again real soon. Bye.